Okay, good morning. Day 38. Still not feeling too good. My stomach is just tight and it hurts. So something's going on. I don't know what, but wasn't able to eat this morning. So I'm just gonna push as far as I can get. I got 12 miles to town, and I think I'm gonna stay in town today. When I get there, there's a place. Well, if there's room, there's a hostel there. So I got to call ahead a little bit later today and make sure there's room. And if there's room, I'm going to be staying in the town of Salisbury, Connecticut, for the night, and just get cleaned up and get a good night's sleep, and hopefully that's enough to make me feel better. So yeah, that's the plan for today. Terrain's much easier today. We're on a nice flat section for a few miles here, it looks like. Running right next to this river. And yeah, today should be an easier day, I hope. There's one big climb towards the end, but I think it's more gradual than steep. It looks like it stretches out over like 2 miles, so it shouldn't be too bad. Good morning, you guys. It's day 39 today, and I didn't record much yesterday. A couple little videos. I just felt so sick yesterday, and I ended up spending the night in that hostel I told you about. It was wonderful. Just what I needed. A nice warm bed, shower, laundry, break, and just rest. As soon as I hit that bed, I fell asleep. I'm worn out. I don't know what kind of stomach bug I've got going on, but my fear is that it might be Giardia from that swamp water. I don't know. I'm certain that I filtered everything carefully. I always do, but you never do know. Looking up symptoms and how I feel online, and my fear is that's what it is. So I'm coming to a town in like another town in 2 days in Massachusetts. Great Barrington's a big town. I'm gonna hit the one of the walk-in clinics there and just make sure, and we'll see what happens, because I'm still not feeling well. Just nauseous all the time and bloated and cramps. Just feel shitty. So that's where I'm at right now. I'm going to do a very, very short day today. Great Barrington is actually not that far. It's only 20 some miles, but I'm going to break it down into 3 days. I think 2 or 3 days, because of just how worn out and how shitty that I feel. So I'm going to do as much as I can do today. I don't know where I'm going to end up. It won't be much more than 10 miles, if that. All right, so we've gone about a mile. Easy so far, but it's going to get hard. We got a series of climbs that we're coming up to here in about another 3/4 of a mile or so. There's a couple different sections up to the highest peak in Connecticut. So that's going to be this morning. Probably take me, I don't know, most of the day. I'm going to go slow. I don't know how steep it is. It looks steep on the terrain map, but there's no telling till you get there. Sometimes it is, sometimes it isn't. I don't think I told you yesterday I did 12 miles. It took me to get into town. I didn't eat or drink anything. I felt so horrible that the whole 12 miles I never drank water, I never ate. I just put my head down and walked, and got there and went to bed. So that was yesterday. Today I feel better for having rested and got cleaned up, and hopefully I've got the energy to get this climb done and not absolutely wreck myself. So we'll see. I'm trying to stay positive. I know I sound negative, but I'm trying to see the positive here, man. Coming up to the top of the second leg of this big climb. This is like a second false peak till we get to the top of the big one. Going slow, very, very, very slow. And I'll get there a little bit at a time. I'm kind of making my own little zigzag up this path here, just to take it easy. I'm pretty tired. I'm pretty wiped out. Okay, I'm up on top of the second leg here of our climb. One more big push to go. That'll be the hardest part over the course of the next couple days, actually. So I'll knock that out today and then go down the other side and find a place to set up for the day and chill out. At least the weather's nice. It's a beautiful day. It's warm, sunny, which is more than I could ask for. Man, look at how pretty that is. It feels like we're in the middle of absolutely nowhere. Yeah. And right there, we'll be on the top of that here shortly. Not long now. We're getting there. I'm about halfway up. I just turned around backwards to look behind me, and it's quite a view. Beautiful. What a gorgeous day. Okay, so I made it to the top, and now we're headed down. It's a it's going to be a steep descent. It looks like it's going to be a lot of fun, actually. This is probably the easiest part right here, the first part. The rest of it's just going to be climbing over boulders. It's going to be very steep coming down this backside. Okay, I made it down. We're walking in the ravine now. We're going to got about a mile left for the day to the next campsite that I want to check out. There's a campsite here, but I don't think I want to stay here. I want to get up on the higher ground a little bit and see if I get a cell signal. So we're going to do a little bit of a climb back like halfway up the next section, and there should be a nice campsite right there, hopefully with some level sites. And if there is, that's where I'm going to knock off for the day. The campsite should only be less than a mile away. Man, it's just so cool down here. Ugh. Okay, I made it to camp. It's 1:30. 9 miles is all I did. I feel okay. It's still a beautiful day. That big climb and the big descents didn't bother me all that much. My stomach's still really off, but this is a great site. We've got platforms here, which I love these tent platforms. So they're nice and level and easy to set your tent up on. So it'll be nice and comfortable tonight. I'm just gonna hunker down here and hang out for the rest of the day. Have my lunch and dinner. Hopefully talk to my wife. I have a little bit of service here. And then tomorrow will be a big day. There's another big ascent tomorrow that's supposed to be like super steep and fun, like rocky, like big boulders climbing the whole way up. So I'm kind of looking forward to that. So yeah, it's a beautiful day. And this is it for today, day 39, I think this is. Tomorrow will be day 40. And we'll see y'all tomorrow. Let me show you something cool I learned since being out here. That's a tent platform. It's just a wooden platform. They build up, obvious what it is. And it's really made for freestanding tents that you can set up with tent poles and all that. I don't have a freestanding tent. I have a tent that sets up with my trekking poles, and it needs stakes in the ground to stake it down. A freestanding tent, you could set it up and pick it right up and move it, you know, and that's not the case with mine. So I was showed something really cool out here, how to do that, and I'll show you guys what we do. On these tent we use these little hooks right here, like picture framing hooks, like that. Screw it right down into the platform on all four corners of your tent, and then just stretch your tent out and hook the guy line up, your corner lines, right to that little hook there after you've screwed it in. That's as good as a tent peg. You can set up any kind of tent you want right there on that tent platform. I thought that was a pretty awesome trick. A guy that I camped with, oh geez, maybe a couple weeks ago, no longer than that, maybe feels like forever ago, showed me that and said, warned me, hey, when you get to Connecticut, Massachusetts, and up there, he said, you're going to run into these tent platforms and areas like this where it's just rocky and you can't set up a tent on the ground. He said, buy yourself some of those hooks and you'll be able to set your tent up no problem. So that's a piece of advice for anybody coming out here this way on the AT to camp.